Hello, everybody. Okay, looks like we are live. Just give me a moment and we'll get started. Okay, everything seems to be working fine. Hi, good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're keeping safe. And welcome to today's YouTube Live. In today's session, I'm going to go through some of the tips for writing your ads creatively to get more clicks and hopefully get more traffic and conversions on your campaigns. If you have any questions, please put it in the question box on the right hand side, and I'll do my best to answer them for you towards the end of this session. So let's get started, and I'll open up my Word doc, and we're going to go through tips to improve your Google Ads. So the first thing is to organize your keywords. Now this is extremely important. You don't want to have far too many. I'm just gonna make this a bit bigger for you guys. Okay. So let's start again. Where was I? Yeah, organizing the keywords. So keep them very closely and tightly knitted in the ad group. So don't. You can have multiple keywords, but you don't want to have different types of keywords. Now, if you're selling a product, what you want to do is to group these in the ad groups like this. So if you can have discount, cheap. I'll make it a bit bigger in a second. Expensive. You can have luxury, used, latest, and so on. So these are my separate ad groups. So I will keep them as separate. So if I was, let's say, selling running shoes, then you will see how they read. See now, if you had all of these keywords in one ad group, there is no way that you can write an ad which is super relevant to each keyword or search term. Because if somebody is looking for cheap running shoes, you don't want to put anything about luxury, expensive, or luxury in there. So I would sort them out in this manner. Each of these ad groups will have its own keywords, and then you can have discounted running shoes or half price offer or whatever you want to put in. It's all about discounting. And now you'll be able to get the ad relevancy extremely high for that keyword, right? So whether you are using phrase match, exact match, or a broad modified, you can use all three. I would not recommend using a broad match, and you can put all the three match types in the either in the same ad group or keep them separate. It's entirely up to you how you set up your campaigns. Okay. Next, we have writing the ads. How do you write the ads to make it more clickable and more relevant to your audience? So first of all, let's go through the ad types. So you would have at least 2 to 3 expanded text ads, one responsive text ad. Now responsive text ads are really good for split testing, because what you can do is you can put in a handful of headlines and a few descriptions. Let Google optimize the ads for you, and it works wonderfully well when you have a variety of headlines in the responsive text ads. Okay, one thing which I often see is people not using the maximum character count or length of in the ads. So you have headline as 30 characters and description as 90 characters. What I often find is only description line 1 has been used and not the 2, or maybe headline 1 and headline 2 used and not the headline 3. So you've got to use all of these to maximize the ad, because the bigger your ad looks, the more likely it is to get the click, and you're going to utilize and use more real estate on Google. So this is what you want to do, is to use up all the characters as much as you can. I'm not saying every time you'll be able to use 90 characters or 30 characters. What I would say is don't use 50 in the description or 15 in the headline. Try and use it so that you are maximizing the ads. Okay, then we have capitalization, all or each word. So what you want to do is to write your ad like this is my headline, or whatever the text is. That is a Google best practice, but what you cannot do is do something like this. Your ads will get disapproved. So you don't want to be putting how do I strike through? Yeah, you don't want to be doing this. You can capitalize each word without any problem. Okay, then what you want to do is you want to use your main keyword ideally in headline 1. So just trying to get this off now. Yeah. Okay. Use the keyword in H1 or headline 1, because as soon as somebody reads the first part of that ad, they can see their keyword in that headline, so that makes it even more relevant. Then what you want to do is state the benefit of your product or service, but what you don't want to do is to make crazy claims. So let's say you have a product which helps people to get healthy or get fit. You don't want to be saying something like, or lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Google does not like it. They will not approve those kind of claims. Or something like, we are the number one in the business, unless you are the number one company in that. So you got to back up your claims with hard evidence that you are the number one in your niche. So don't never make claims like these. You can state the benefit, absolutely, that this product or service will help you achieve certain results. Then you state the feature as to what that product does and how it can be used for the benefit of that person. Then what you want to do is always have a strong call to action. Whether you want them to buy now, call now, visit website, sign up to our newsletter, whatever that call to action may be, it needs to be there. What I tend to do is, ideally I have that call to action in headline 3 and then at the end of description 2. So I put in twice. So if, for example, if somebody I want them to call now, then I'll have call now over there, and also call now at the end of the call now for free consultation, for example. You can have it at the end of the description line 1 or 2. I also don't see many people utilize path 1 and path 2 of that URL. So what you want to do is insert your keyword in there, because every time that keyword appears on that ad, it is bolded by Google, so it emphasizes and makes the ad stand out a bit more. Now everyone has got the opinion on pricing. Should I include the price in the ad or not? My personal opinion is that you really qualify or pre-qualify that click, because if I'm selling a product for $100 and somebody reading my ad cannot afford $100, then they are unlikely to click on that ad. Okay, I've missed that click, but they will not convert on my landing page, and it has costed me that click. So putting up that pricing really does pre-qualify the audience or the person who's visiting your website, and I always tend to include it if it is possible. So for example, in the in service industry where you are offering a service, it's not possible to put up a web for a price, but you can put up a from X amount of dollars per month, or whatever that service duration is for that the price is for that service. But for products, absolutely you want to put up the price, because on the shopping ads you can see the price all the time. So it's the same thing. This is another ad which is a text ad, and you ought to put in the price. The last one of the last things which I would put in is the word free. It is one of the most powerful words which you can utilize and use in your ads. It will get the clicks, and if you have got a free offer, so it could be let's say free delivery, free trial, what else we can have, free consultation, or whatever else you can offer for free. Must use it, and ideally you want to put it again once in the headline and once in the description line as well, so you're re-emphasizing it. Another point which you want to do is, it's not about you or your company, it's about the customers. So when writing your ads, Don't talk about we are the greatest, we are the oldest, we are the best, we are an award-winning company. It's all about you. People don't care who you are, what you do. What you do. All they care about is to solve that problem which they are looking for, and they are looking for a solution to their problem. So don't just keep on going on about you, because you've only got a very limited amount of space, right? You got your headlines and your description, so you need to make sure that you really use it up very cleverly and efficiently. Then use extensions all the time. All your site links, call out, and so on. Location, if you got a Google My Business page, so use it, because that again makes your ad a lot bigger. And it's Google best practices, one of these to use in the ads, and not many people and business owners use it when running these ads. Okay, so I have a question. Just gonna copy this. What's happening here? Okay, I'm just going to read it from the other screen. I watch your videos, use your strategy and tips to improve my agency. Okay, Vakil. I have a client in the education industry. What is the best approach of keywords on campaigns to get more B2B leads? So you're trying to create you are running a campaign for an education client in the education industry to generate more leads. So it's not only about setting up the campaign, is the whole how the whole account has been structured. What you need to do is to reach out to them at all these touch points. So I'm sure you must be using search campaigns for these, but then you also set up a Google display, a network campaign, a GTN remarketing campaign, YouTube remarketing campaign. So you are reaching out and touching the audience at every touch point wherever they go. You need to be in front of that audience, because before someone converts, you need to be in front of that person at least 7 to 8 times before they will convert. That's the average. And just by showing up your ad once or twice may not do the trick and may not help the conversions. What you also need to do is you need to target with custom intent audiences as well as in-market audiences on the Google Display Network. They are very powerful indeed. So you can reach out to people who have been to a certain event, a trade show where all these educators meet up and go to. So that's a great way to target that audience at a fraction of the cost, because the click on the GDN is comparatively a lot lower compared to the search network. So that's how I would approach. It's not only about throwing in a few keywords and a couple of ads and running the ads. It's all about the complete strategy. It's not just running a few ads or campaigns here or there. You need to make sure that you reach out to all these audiences at each and every touch point. So thank you for being with me today, and that's it for today's session. I'll be back here on Monday at 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining in. Stay safe. Bye for now.